What's happening? What's happening? Let me check the streams, make sure that our audio is coming through at a good level, make sure the background music's not too loud, all that fun stuff. Let me turn up my mic a little bit. Let me make sure I go live on Instagram as well. Testing all the fun stuff of how are you doing today? Let me know in the comments. Just double check that the audio. Always get a little paranoid about that stuff. Make sure I go live on. I think that's a good volume. Let me know in the comments if it's too loud. Let me know. I'm also going live on X and all that fun stuff, but I'm still having this issue where I'm not seeing the comments in Streamlabs. There they go. Do I have to do like a pop out? Multi-stream? I don't know. That's weird. I'll figure it out. I'll reach out to Streamlabs and see if they could. Oops. If they could help me out. Wearing my old shirt today. Cool. I'll figure it out. It's because I'm like on this vertical screen. It's being, yeah. Maybe we'll just have to have it on this screen today. I don't know. Well, what do you think? Maybe I'll just leave all the comments up on the screen today like this. I'll just have to bring up my Streamlabs whenever I want to change the screen. You can see a little behind the scenes. There we go. This is what I mean. You kind of see the Streamlabs there, but then I can click off. And then I would just have to do this. And you guys can all see everybody's chats. There we go. And you can see how long I've been live. Cool. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. How's everybody doing? So what I've been doing is I've been putting together kind of like a flow on all of my stuff where I am trying to be able to have these automations using Claude Code, as well as building out a SaaS that I've been working on. But here, before I get started, I've been trying to get, let me just ask Claude, because maybe Claude has some insight that could help me. What I'm trying to do is like when I go live, I'm trying I want to go live on TikTok vertically from my desktop app, so I'm gonna probably be doing that instead. So let me try this. Actually, I think that you have to. That's the frustrating part. Hold on. Okay. Jeez. I have this, and maybe I could just like do it from my phone or something like that until they qualify. I think that there's a thing where you have to qualify, but let's ask. I want to stream to TikTok from Streamlabs desktop. How do I qualify? I used to be on, like, I think that I have to stream from my phone. That's my thought, but I don't want to waste my time first. So let's get this done first before. Okay. It wants his capital letters, TikTok. So how do I qualify? Give me the steps to get access. Also, maybe there's something I could build for that, but let me see. Might as well just get, this is kind of like just get the to-dos done. Let me check X real quick. Sometimes I feel like these multi-streams don't come through actually properly. Go to my profile, just check my stream real quick. Mute it, it's gonna make sense. No, just in case somebody comes in and hangs out with me and wants to chat. I can see your chat now. Sometimes it shows up here, but I'm not sure. Okay. Before anything else, you must be at least Oh man, I have to be at least 18. Oh wait, I am. Be at least 18 years old and host a live stream. To host a live stream and receive virtual gifts. Can stream but can't monetize. You following and your account must have no active community guideline violations. I don't think I have any guideline violations. Down the open. 50-foot gaming content rule. As of July 7th, any streamer using Streamlabs for TikTok Live who streams less than 50% gaming content may have their streaming access revoked. Okay, so they just want it to be more streaming gaming stuff. This is a big one. Since TikTok integration via Streamlabs is gaming focused, this program is exclusive for gaming creators. Okay, maybe they content may lead to disqualification, but okay, maybe I can't stream that way to TikTok, or maybe we have to find a different way because they're not doing it how I want. Okay, well, known issues as of bottom line, the Streamlabs TikTok integration is solid for gaming content, but I don't want to do gaming content. I want to do AI content. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, all good. Let's just go back over here to the fun. So I can show you what I've been working on. So start dashboard server. So I'm trying to create my work. Ooh, I misspelled it. Doesn't matter. Okay. So launch it? Didn't launch it. Copy linked address. Nope. So I can show you kind of what I've started. So I said nothing started. Honestly, I would tell you that this is, if you're trying to get stuff done, this is a good way to do it. Oh, look at that. So now that's why you gotta, that's why. This was the full screen. Let me know. I mean, like, I gotta figure, I'm gonna, I think it's because I have the other screen vertical. Maybe I have to rotate it. Try. Easy. Here, let's just do it live. Let's just solve the problem instead of figuring it out later. Let's solve the problem. Okay. Well, I like the monitor to be vertical though. This works too, I guess. If you okay, let's see. This monitor that I have is old gateway. If you know what that means, then you know what that means. Here. Then I have to go to my display and rotate it back to standard. What's up, Bubba? How's it going? Sorry, I'm fixing my monitor real quick. How you doing? Thanks for hanging out. What's going on here? Why are you not being happy with me, monitor? I think it was an issue with like the orientation. Now it's freaking out on me. If you ever have a problem with electronics, try just turning it off and turning it back on. Fixes the problem like 99.100% of the time. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this does it. Let's see if this does it. Take this back away, huh? Yay, I can see everybody's comments. I know. We're all happy about this. I'm happy about this. I can see everybody's comments, but at home I don't have a vertical monitor. I have still a vertical monitor. Okay. That's handled. All right, back to it. All right, now I can get back to yelling at Claude, getting it to do what I want. No server needed. The dashboard is self-contained. Hold on, let me check. Click the wrong thing. Blue. Oh. Let's do this. I'm gonna launch it here. Show and Finder. So it didn't launch here. Let me launch it over in this page. I have this. Or can I just open it in where I want it? It didn't give me that link. Okay. So this is what I kind of was building yesterday. Not kind of, I actually was. There's no kind of. I was. I built this with Claude. And I'm going to probably fine tune it quite a bit as we move forward. So I wanted to create an entire flow where I could have it do my research every day. Like I'm more running an experiment because I want to be able to create easy content, but high quality content. I think that that's the fine line between people creating content that is easy and quality. Here, let me just, boop, I didn't put that back. There we go. So we're all fixed. Easy and good content. So I created this dashboard to start. So what I have it doing, what I have Claude doing is I created an automation. I kind of like, I could just show you my chat that I was having with it. We can go all the way up to the, that's not even the original Claude folder. It doesn't show my original question. Maybe it shows it here. Video. No, I don't think, wait. This is it. Why is it not showing on my original chat at the top? That's odd. Okay, so what I did is I want it to be this flow. So I want to be able to have Claude do my research every day. My screen was closed, so I didn't do another one this morning, but I have this automation right here. So every day at 6 a.m., Claude will go ahead and do, it skipped today because my screen was closed, and today, yeah, error because everything was closed, which is fine because I'm still working on the flow. I didn't need to actually go. I might pause this while I'm still figuring it out, but I fine-tuned exactly what I wanted. I told it I wanted it to be kind of like Feedly, and if you don't know what Feedly is like this type of platform. Let me just show you. Feedly. You can create, integrations, search. You could search for like RSS feeds, things like that. It's a really good platform, and it's like, if you wanted to just sign up for some SaaS that does this, Feedly's a great option. Like, it depends on like market intelligence, newsreader. You could use it to go and find like the topic of the day, what's trending today, what's something I should be talking about. Maybe whatever source that I'm looking at is not what I want, but what I could do is now I can go either directly I just had this integration just with Claude. You could also use things like this. Go down a rabbit hole right now. Like Firecrawl, which is a API, you could go even deeper and have it do even more, really good data scraping. But I don't think, since we're actually just picking up some articles and not necessarily like going to people's business profiles and things. My shirt is super saggy. It's all stretched to the neck. I'm all self-conscious. I've had this shirt forever. So you can do that with this, but I don't think you really need to have this to do the purpose of what I'm trying to do, or what I'm doing. I'm not trying, I'm doing. Just got to take those tries out. So I had it go and do its first thing. This took probably like 10 minutes to do the whole process of collecting the data. But the idea is like, maybe it's 6 a.m. Maybe I make it earlier in the day. So it's done, all completely done before I wake up, and I can just sit down and get to work. But it does this, and I'm happy to like show you some of these automations. But I had Claude help me with this, and then when I dove deeper, I said, hey, double check that this schedule is actually still accurate and everything's still good. And when it wasn't, or when it wasn't actually, oops. I don't think I ever went live on Instagram. Sorry, let's click now. I'm gonna click it now. All right, we're live on Instagram now. Sorry, it started a little bit late on Instagram. You have to hit a button on Instagram. You can't just hit it in Streamlabs. I just started to go to that one, so making sure that that's working. Here, let me just check that. But while I'm multi-talking, but what I was saying was it helped me create this, and then it created a first draft, and then I made more notes, and I said, hey, go double check that our scheduled task is actually accurate for what we need. And it went and it said, oh no, there's updates, and it went and updated the scheduled task. It did it for me. I didn't have to think about these things. It just did it. It's like magic. One second. That's not the right one. I'm streaming to a different, there we go, different profile than my usual profile. I think. Pretty sure I am. I'm not sure. I'm not super big on getting everything done on Instagram, so I just need to make sure that I'm doing it right. I'm just trying to reach more people. One second. I don't know how it works. How can you tell if you're live on Instagram? Okay, we'll figure it out. Sorry about that. So I created this automation, and then what I had it do is I had it take that data, and I said, okay, now we need a way to view the data. So I'm not wanting every step to be automated, because there's still parts, like eventually maybe, but there's still parts that I want to do myself, but I want to be super easy for me to just sit down, record a video, and have everything else done for me. I want the only part that I have to do very much to be like sitting in front of the camera, and we could probably even cut that part out eventually with things like AI avatars. But let's start here because this is a quicker implementation to creating the videos. So I had it create me this dashboard, and this dashboard right here. And let's see. Claude started debugging that. Okay, good for Claude. So what it did is it created these things. So it created this. So Claude Code ships 4 updates this week. So power-ups, MCP 500K, named subagents. So you can like click on this and see that. But then we can grab this command, and then we could drop it back into our automation for the day. Like we'd be able to come here. So we did that one failed, I think. But I'd be able to just drop it into here. Like, okay, it did all the research. Now I'd be able to just paste it in here and create the entire video, or at least get all the data for that particular video. You could have it do it for everything automatically, but I don't want to waste data. You could also say, hey, if there's a top pick, have it ready for me. You could have it automatically do the top pick. But you are going to use usage if you do that. Just be aware, you do what you want, you do whatever you want. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, huh. Is that how you do it? Oh no. I don't know how this works. So confused. How that works. It's Instagram. It's confusing me. Okay, so it scraped the data. See, it ran the task right here. You can see it ran the task. It ran this task, and then it scraped the data. Again, this one. Okay, that was because I have my screen shut. And I think that my credit card expired, so I had to fix that. So now I have this data, and I pasted in. Save. Here's the run report. I think that I actually started in another one, but you probably could have just started in the same thing. But yeah, I could have just started it, but because I was working on it. But I said. They need to have like a better way to organize, like custom organization. But there we go. So now that it's like a video, I wanted it to give me a title. I kind of ran it through everything that I wanted. So now outline, full video outline, timestamps, and everything like that. And it's going to create that. But so the next step that I needed was, see, it created all this stuff ready to post. So now, I mean, I actually haven't investigated too much of this stuff, but so this is for this video, right? So now we can look at all this data, full description, ready to go. We even have, it says timestamps, but I'm gonna have to talk to it about that because it doesn't know the timestamps yet because there is no, it's not recorded yet. There's an email. Again, I could fine tune it, and I'm gonna have it auto schedule this when I post it. So using high level, you could use whichever one you like, but I'm just using high level. There's a link in the description, or you could start list now if you want to try out high level. I do like it. I recommend it as a good suite, but use whatever's right for you. Then it also gave me these Facebook posts. Claude Code just dropped 4 update. This could all, now you have this and then like ready to go. So, and here's what's shipped. Power Up, a built-in integration learning system with animated demos that teaches you Claude Code from inside the tool itself. This could cost money. It doesn't. So we can go through those things. Like, I actually haven't even looked into these particular ones yet because I got tired last night and I went to sleep. So give me a break. Give me a break. I feel like I gotta change my shirt. This one's being too saggy. Or you know what I gotta do? Here. I end up picking an even saggier shirt. Just wait. Here. Yeah. Put this later on. Getting in my head. Don't judge me. Cool. So we're going to come back to this. I actually want to go through these things a little bit. Then we also have an infographic brief, and that's kind of like what I was going to use to help me create the actual video. This is actually, this is where I kind of left off. I need to fine tune this. Great. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yawn. And then my goal, it's going to happen. There's no goal. It's going to happen. So it gave me like these hot ones, and then there's some less important news. So technically I could just, maybe I do these are the top 10 updates of the day, and I could just go through this list. It's done for me. It's already done. This is good info. This whole terminal, I had it build it for me. 2 watch. 13 solid. 7 hot. And I could filter it high potential, vibe coding. So if I want to make a video, Claude just ships 4 updates. That's it's hot. Big AI news. Anthropic unveils Claude's Mythos, a new AI model so powerful it won't release. It won't be released to the public. Oh, great. Well, too late. AI for creators. So one of the things that I really wanted to hammer down in when I'm creating the content is I wanted it to be content that's more targeted at content creators like myself. Like, I want to be able to help people that are creating content like me and automate it and make it easier on themselves. How much have I paid for AI in total? I mean, I've paid less than it's made me. That's kind of like a blurry question because technically everything that we kind of use with computers now is AI. AI doesn't exist. It's a buzzword. It's actually machine learning. So it's been around my entire life, and I'm in my late 30s. So but I'd say so I used to just have just like the $20 ChatGPT plan. I still do, but that's, I mean, like, I can't see myself needing any more than that from ChatGPT or OpenAI. Honestly, their stuff is kind of every day. It just feels like it's just being left in the dust. It's too focused on giving you an answer than giving you the right answer. I obviously I use a couple video generation tools. Like I have Google Workspace for my emails, so I get a Gemini paid plan included with that, which it's plenty for, unless I'm going to use something like VO or those more expensive models, then that's about it for that. So I'd say that's, you know, $10-$20. What do I pay for Workspace? I think it's like $12 a month that I pay for Workspace, which includes a bunch of other stuff. So between those two, but now with Claude, I have an Anthropic subscription, which is $100 a month. You want me to start panting like a dog? Like that? I might do it like that. I don't know. Start panting like a dog. Is that one? Huh? Is that what you're after? Hey, whatever gets you off, man. Cool. But yeah, I'd say as far as like a monthly subscription for like AI tools, it's under $200 for me, and I use them for my business. But things like API credits, if you're building something like a tool, a SaaS, you're gonna need to have higher expenses. But you can get a lot done, like all of this stuff done, for under $200 a month. If I had one thing that I would subscribe to right now, like I'm not even kidding, it would be an Anthropic subscription. They're all competing. There's some that you could say some are better than others, and I get it. But the Anthropic, I get so much value from the Anthropic subscription that I just don't get from any of the other stuff. So, but I built it, and Claude built me this entire terminal, and it helps. It really does help me. So let me actually just go to the next step. So what I got it to this point, I brought it the prompt that it gave me just so I could continue over here, because this, when you have co-work in Claude Code, you're basically working in kind of a terminal, and people get intimidated by a terminal like this, like all these things here. Here, let me just open up a new one and bring it right. So like a terminal screen is no different than what you're actually getting over here in Claude. It's just more integration with it, and it's doing things automatically, which I think is the stopping gap for so many people with terminal. Okay, so now we have the infographic, then we have an outline. So this way, if I'm creating a video, I can just bring this up on on my phone or on the side, and I can just read through it. Hey, there's this. Okay, number one, here's what we're going over. Hook. Now I can say, Claude just dropped 4 updates this week, and like it can be really easy to say it and not have to think about it. It's all written out for me. Okay, between Claude Code and Cursor, which one do you think is more beginner friendly for someone with no coding background? So I have used Claude Code way more than I've used Cursor. I've heard good things about Cursor, but I could tell you that like you don't need any coding background. Zero coding background in order to use Claude Code or Claude Cowork. The best way that I describe Cowork, it's my assistant. And the best way that I could describe Code is my actual tool that I'm using. So, I started building I'm working on a SaaS right now. I've tried coding in the past. My brain just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. So, this has opened up so many doors, and the ability to get things done without having to hire a team. I've had so many SaaS ideas, software as a service ideas, and I would have had to, just to find out if the idea was possible, I would have had to hire a whole entire, at least one really big, software coder, or like you'd have like the programmer that would be your partner, and I'd have to give away half my company or my project because I needed to pay somebody to quite literally just code for me, and they're good at code, and I'm the one with the idea and the actual business initiative. And now I could do all of that. You could be a creative founder and be the only person that, like, you can code your entire tool from beginning to end. Like, I can give you a couple examples from here. I think it's my other. Here we go. I have so many tabs in this one. I gotta clean it up. So like, here's might not. Here, one second. I gotta hide the screen so I can log in real quick. I actually created a Google login. That's why. Cool. Let me go back. So this is a tool that I'm working on. Still has some work to do, but and here's where's the and this is the landing page that I'm working on for it. And I vibe coded this entire page, everything, every single bit of it, all the data, everything that's gonna go into it, the graphics, all of it is vibe coded. Like I said, hey, I want it to feel more dynamic. So I wanted it to have that feeling where it's where it kind of comes into view and then fades out at the top, fades in and fades out. I wanted people to understand the math of how much not using AI automations is costing them. So I created that little calculator there. Part of it was like trying to be able to set up OpenClaw, but I might shift that a little bit with those new updates that came up. I'm kind of reassessing some of these things. Prices, all of these, like Stripe integration, calendar integration. And then I also created a chatbot. Like the tool that I'm actually working on I think it's pretty cool personally. There we go. I created a self-learning profile where the chatbot keeps on learning and keeps on improving your profile and what it knows about you. Learn about a person as a person before you ever are able to, I could respect that I'm a different person than you, and things that I'm good at are probably going to be different than things that you're good at, and that's just normal. That's life. So I probably wouldn't be able to give you perfect advice because you're a different person than me. So as this gets to know you, it's going to give you personalized advice based off of you. Like maybe you're ADHD, whatever, and you can't get stuff done. You get too distracted. Well, then it's going to focus on automating stuff with you, and getting to the point where you could automate as much of it as you can, or the parts of the business that you don't want to do, or that you can't, that you know that you're not going to stay consistent on, automate them, and it's not going to be a problem. The parts that you are good at doing manually, maybe you could work on those things manually first until you could automate them. And that's the idea of what I'm building. And then I wanted to create a way for me to see what the page looks like once I launch it. So I created an admin panel, all of this, and I said, okay, I want to be able to see what happens when I only have like the monetization plan and analytics tab. Oh, I'm going to see preview as user. Now I can see what it's going to look like as a user. You know what if I need it to be in a different, in a different order? I want the agency at the top. There you go. Preview as user. Agency is now the first one. Profile analytics. I did this all vibe coding. So long story, ramble short, is yes, I could vouch and say that you do not need any coding experience in order to use these vibe coding tools. Also, if you have a ChatGPT plan, just so you know, this does work on both their ChatGPT or OpenAI's and Anthropic's $20 plans. Both of them, you're going to hit limits when you're doing coding versus just chatbot stuff. You're going to hit that wall. Versus with the $100 plan, you're probably going to be able to get a lot done. But if you have a lot of automations, you're probably going to need the $200 plan. And if you're building your own tech, that's actually a separate type of billing, which goes through things like APIs. That's part of the reason why you heard that Anthropic just split their OAuth authorization that people were using. If you don't know what that is, it's authorization. So you could use the tool on a third-party tool. People are using that to run their OpenClaw, and now they can't. So or they can, but it's going to cost them. They're going to actually have to pay for their credits and not pay a $200 flat rate, and then run an entire business off of it. Which I'm not happy about it, but I understand, I guess. So now I could also, if I wanted to save it, I built a way. I just told, hey, I want to have a way that maybe somebody's on a trial. So I built a way that I could say, maybe where's this one? So this one's live. We have our maybe they have the traffic tab, right? So we have our traffic tab, but I want it to go like they have it for a week. So I could say disable after I could say in days, months, so maybe in 7 days. 7 days, disable this after 7 days. And now, I granted there's more layers once with profiles I'll have to build, but you could make it so after 7 days, that tool disappears. Now you have scarcity, you give people free trials. You could say, hey, try, like you have your loss leader. All these things just built, I vibe coded everything. And there's so many other ideas that I'm working on, but this is just, even if I was to say that I was never going to release this, which I am going to, it's perfect for me in my business. It's everything that I need in order to run my personal business. And I learned a lot. Like, to say like you have no coding background, it's like neither did I, and I know more about code and how everything works, and it's teaching me along the way. So I'm actually understanding things so much better. Also built in a way that I could track API usage in the tool. That's really important if you want to understand how much it's costing to run your tool. So if you're gonna have somebody sign up underneath you, then you want somebody to you want a way that you're going to be able to where is it? Hold on 1 second, sorry. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. But this is a really good tool. Like, it's just go and create whatever. If you're going to create SaaS, I'd say go find a common problem and just do it better. If you go and you could say, hey, go look at all the common complaints about this tool. Go create it, copy it, and then fix those complaints. I don't think that a lot of these companies, and you may not like, I'm not talking about go compete with Photoshop. I'm talking about like the low-hanging fruit. Oh, let me get the water. My throat's getting a little dry. I still have kind of pant like a dog still. Cool. All right, now I got distracted. Okay, so it also gave me a thumbnail prompt, and again, like that, I'm trying to get this all to work without APIs. That was my goal with this. I don't want to have any API usage. I want this all to run. So anything I can get it to do automatically for me, I will. But since I'm already recording it, there's a few manual steps in. I'll figure it out. But tags, video tags. Then there's, I guess I could look at it over here. So schedule to complete before you go live. I'm not going live on this video, so schedule in your YouTube studio. So it's giving instructions on what to do. These are video tags. YouTube is it's there. Kind of my rule is if there's an option to fill in a space on YouTube, if there's like a space to fill in data, I just fill it in, because it's better to give them more data than not enough. But thumbnail prompt. So I'm working to get it to create the thumbnails with my face in it. My face. So here we go. Title options, Claude Code, April 26th. Update. Format, reaction, live commentary. These Claude. So there's 3 title ideas. And then we have X posts, or this could be whatever text-based platform that's like X. It could be Threads or Blue Sky or probably Facebook or anything that's just like a text post. I'd say it would work on any of them. And then now what I want to do is start working on our floats. Okay, so what I want is I want to be able to use Descript, which, if you don't know what Descript is, it's another AI tool to record videos. As I move forward, I want to automate this more, but for today, I wanted to create an infographic. So let's say, so this, and you can just see it, that this is looking good. we need to take the data from the first video and create our infographic. What do you need for me to get started? Also, we want it to be add to our dashboard somehow. You know what I need? Well, let me get this started. Man, me talking so much might losing my voice. I'm not sick, but I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm gonna take a look at the dashboard. Excuse me. We will oh man, I gotta get a throat lozenge. Losing my voice. And then so this is a good example. So I'm just using regular English, and I'm telling it what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go. That was quick enough. There we go. So this is kind of my point. So Cowork is doing this work for me, but if I was working on something like what I was doing here, or this landing page, I did not do this landing page in Claude Code, Cowork. I did this in Claude Code. I'm not working on this tool in Cowork. I'm doing it in Code. But this entire automation to automate a lot of my work, like this dashboard, was all created in Cowork. Now, I could always go in Code and find excuse me. Man, I'm sorry about that. Let's go back over here and see what it's doing. So, okay. So now it said, good, I found your Canva. So it's going to build it in Canva on a code level. That's at least what it's saying. So we're going to see what's okay. For the new dashboard, when you click a story, how do you want the video project to appear? Expand inline. Yeah, I like that. So now I gave it some, I don't think it's going to have me do this every time, but I'm building a template. And the best way to think about like Cowork is you're building automation that every time you go through it, it gets a little smarter, and you have to do a little less of it each time. Okay, for the Canva infographic, how do you want to build it? AI generated, recommended. Yep, AI generated is what I want. I want as little friction. I want this to get to a point where I could just pick a topic. It gives me everything I need. I sit down for 10 minutes, record a video going over it, and then as much of the editing on the back end gets done with AI as well, until I can automate the whole thing. And then eventually the goal would be to remove myself from it when I can depend on it enough and swap myself out with an AI avatar that covers the topic and creates a voiceover. Doing it. Not yet. And this is going to take a little more time as I'm building it, but every time also a good thing to ask is for it to audit your workflow and make sure that it's efficient with credits, because you only have so many credits and you want to make it as efficient as possible. All right, and there we go. It's using Canva. That's something called an MPC server. And it's able to access Canva through it. There's connections. Like I even have one that I built right here. Connectors. Turn on high level, Claude, Hugging Face, Canva. There's a whole bunch of them here. Why don't we actually go take a look at different ones that you could interact. See, I probably should check it. There's Canvas. There we go. Browse connectors. Let's take a look. These are just the ones that are built in, but like the high level one, that one is actually a separate, but these are ones that are just built in, right? Ticketator, linear, like if you use any of these tools, you could integrate them directly in, like Stripe, even like payments, Wix, website builder, circle back. That sounds dirty. There's also plugins, which plugins are kind of like, they're kind of like encompassments of skills and connectors, I guess would be the best way to put it. Let's go make sure that we're still doing how we're doing. Now, this may not be the perfect results, so I need to find out. Like, if I don't like this, I just make notes. Not quite liking the style yet. We can take a look at what it's. Oops. Let's see. Just hitting it. Not sure how much I like it so far. Ooh. I need to leave a conversation. I'll figure it out later. How do I leave a conversation? Yeah, I'm sure that's happened to you too, where you have like a group chat and they forget to remove you from it, and then you get to. One time, I wasn't available to go do this job. They didn't take me off. I still put in my lunch order. They left me on the group chat. They said, "What are you getting?" I said, "I'll take this." And they're like, "Wait." I was like, I was working for the same company. They asked me to do another job that day because they couldn't get somebody to do this other thing, but I had to go. It was a whole thing. I work on TV shows. That's my day job. Which, yeah. So you can see down here. This is actually another thing. It's kind of hard for you to see it on mobile. Let me switch this over so you can see. So right here we have our progress. I think a mistake that people make with cowork is that they're like, oh, I don't like the look of this this infographic, and they type it in down here. I don't like the look of the infographic down here. Blah, 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 blah. That's the wrong thing to do. You'd say, so that generating Canva infographic, maybe you have a note right away. You'd click right here, and then you'd write it with its talking about this step. Otherwise, it's going to go through all 4 steps and then get to your comment. But if you do it that way, it knows that it's relevant to step 2. It's not going to wait until it's done with step 4 to get to your comment. So if you want it to jump ahead and take something, a note on something before it does the whole task, then you just have to do it that way. Oh, see? It's already done there. Okay, but there we go. Now selecting Canva infographic design. Let's see what it gives us. The thumbnail below and show image. Ah, look at that. One second. Let me figure this out. Should I just do something? Where is it? I'm confused. There we go. That's fine. Here. So, first off, I don't think it's generating the right kind of infographic. So why don't we do this? Let's just go to the good old Google. Not interested in using Chrome. Yes, I am. I use Chrome. You see all my searches. I was thinking more doodle style, but let's see. Let's see. Examples. See, this is actually closer to what I'm talking about. I'll just save this. Stuff. Okay, so now let's actually just take a look at see what it did in the dashboard. Let's refresh it and see what it did. Or did it give me a... Yeah, I knew that I had this. Where did it go? The dashboard. Okay, so it updated the dashboard. Here's our new dashboard. It's actually going to give me a day. So package ready. That means that it's done the research, so it knows. That's good. So we can look at, make notes on this, and this is kind of the point. Like, so once it's done, I'm not gonna have to do this as like every time. I can just do it once and I plan it. I do love this though. So, okay. I was thinking more along the line of info. This. All right. All right. So like this. Let me actually get... I want to give it more than one. Use these. I'm going to give it more than one example of how, like, the ones that I like. I want something that's a big page like this. Types of encode I like. In reverse. All right, let's get a little more research before we. What do you think? What do you think is the best? I think this one's a little busy, not corporate. I like the 1, 2, and 4 are my favorite. Well, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna run this. I gotta check on something real quick. I'm back. I'm back. That's why it wasn't hearing me. You were just hearing the microphone from the computer. This thing wasn't doing anything the entire time. And of course, the second that I walk away, oh, it's because I took my earpiece out. I was hearing the music through my earpiece, but not. For shame. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I've been I've been doing a lot with Suno recently. It's fun. Okay, let's take a look at how much it's gone. Okay. Love the reference. Let me grab these examples from the URL. Got it. Your favorite pics are the one page or the colorful and handwritten. Remember, I didn't even tell it that, and I just gave the link. The reference images you shared is pure colorful style. Let's see what it shows us. Let's open Canva. Didn't do shit. Let's see. None of these are right. Start over. I want them to be 16 by 9 and super high resolution. All right, let's see what it gives it. Mm-hmm. All right. You're right to push back. That's right. I pushed back. I expected better from you, Claude. You're not ChatGPT. I expected better from you. I expect nonsense from ChatGPT. I expect actual common sense from you, Claude. Otherwise, you go back down to the $20 plan. Okay. That's okay. Canva AI Generate isn't capable of providing that quality. Then figure out something else. What you're showing is handcrafted, pixel precise design, zoomable with custom icons, flow arrows, color coded sections, and real visual hierarchy. The AI tool just makes generic infographic templates. Yes, I know. You assured me Canva was the right decision, but I knew it wasn't. I knew it. The fast path is set the exact quality of built HTML file. I code it from scratch. There we go. Oh, it's actually building it. Okay. I don't want a template filled out. I can do that on myself. I can go to Canva and just tell it to create that. Jeez. Come on. You're Claude. You know better. It's creating. Hey, check out the while this is running. Let's say I'll turn my no camera mode. So if I'm ever working, I don't want to be on. Saying like today, my voice. Sometimes I just want to work. I want to share what I'm doing, but can't be on camera. If I do this, I'm gonna create more different things. But there's like a vibe coding one. Then I have like this. Turn that one. Like this one, like live editing. I guess I just need. It's fun stuff. Here we go. That's what there we go. It's just games that I'm playing. So just throw like something to distract people while I'm playing the game. But what do you think? Is this a good way to like live edit while we... Ooh, this has to be a little smaller. Oh, that's right. It was just the screen. There we go. Yeah, I think that's another way to kind of have everything. Okay, I guess it's done. I go back. But yeah, just another way that I could do it and entertain people while I'm working. Let's take a look. Let's see what it created for us. Okay, let me just go. I'm not happy with this yet. These are nothing like the samples I gave you. Also, I need to be able to scroll around the image and zoom in easily in the browser window. Going. I'm just going to make sure. Oh, didn't stream everything. Didn't update. Sorry, I just seen Ismio. Oh, I'm just seeing your post in here. I was on the wrong tab. Freaking Streamlabs. It's ridiculous. You were asking if Claude requires a different prompting style compared to ChatGPT for coding tasks. I do feel like it does. It requires more conversational tasks. Like I feel like you need to be more codey in if you're using Codex. And I found that the quality is better, but I mean, we could play around with Codex right now while this is going on. What? Ooh, most capable. Let's just do it. Let's try something like this is like the. I have to update it anyways. Let's try this. How about this? Create me a 16-bit game with the exact graphics and game mechanics of the SNES game Lemmings. It should have the same game objectives. Side project while that's going on. Also build in a controller mapping system so I can connect Bluetooth controllers like a SNES style controller and map it to the game and use it to play. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just let that do its thing while we're doing this. All right. So it's creating our infographic again. I can see the actual example images. Let me look at them. Those were downloaded. Let me read them directly. Now I can see exactly what you want. Yeah. Let me complete rewrite this. I can see from your examples the real style. And I'm probably going to make some notes on this afterwards, and I'll be able to fine tune it, and then it's duplicatable. You do it once, and then it becomes like just a thing. Love it. Yeah. Sorry, is Mio or however you say. It didn't bring the other one. I feel like all the AIs are much more. I think that you're able to do more with them this year. Real track. I don't know if they're dumber, but I think that people are using them more. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Oh God. Let's. Still not even close. So it's fixed that. That's good. So this is already the goal. I want to be able to like zoom in on things, talk about this. This is what I do want. Like, this is what the whole point is. So I want it to be like I'm recording the video and I have it, but I don't like this style at all. It is almost like you didn't do what. Listen to this. Yell at him. Look at this. So I like just to do this. Is the handwritten one. Also, include brand logos if we are talking about them, about the brand. Let's see. It's trial and error. Trial and error. That's how we do it. All right. Wait, what was it? Oh, yeah. I was creating lemmings over here. Okay. I'm going to inspect the workspace. It's set up. It's asking me. Create a self-contained web game. Script HTML. Copyright safe scope of the project since it's technically a clone. I'm doing this just for myself, so what's it? Oh, I was working on this one. It was my first little things that I was playing with. I'm not working on that anymore. That was just me messing around. Hey, well, this is going. So I went down like this rabbit hole the other day. Suno. I was having fun, and I had this friend who's super into The Last of Us, right? So check, still going. So I put on. We were hanging out and chilling. If you want to follow me on Suno, I put in the link in the description. I'm having fun. But I created this profile. There we go. Profile. So I created this song. I'm going to play it because I like it. I'm going to turn. That was fun. Turn up the volume on this sucker. Okay, and I can see all your examples clearly. I understand exactly what you want. She said that last time. He's obsessed with with The Last of Us. I love it. The premiere, the live premiere on YouTube. His name's Arya, by the way. I love it. Is this working? Hmm. All again. Let's do this again. Nah, he's got. I guess we gotta start over. It's all good. All right, I think we're actually. I think I might just build this all into like a actual terminal that I could just do it all from the browser dashboard. And what's up? What am I getting? The first, my friend, the songs about, he just reserved some on the AMC app for me. Ears must have been burning. I was having fun. But this is like kind of the idea of like vibe coding. You're just like, you find a problem and you just tell it to fix it and it fixes it. I think I'm gonna be making like more of these. This was a hold on. Here's another. Let me play another one while we're having fun. This was so I here actually. So I made this. I'm just gonna bring up the video and play it while I in the background while. Other channel if you want to. Or is it real? Was that what I forget? All right, I'm another one of my channels, smaller. You can hang out with me. I just post some personal stuff on here. It's not, but go hang out with some of my friends and just post Universal video. Well, they actually got a couple views. Look at that. I should go to Universal Studios and record more videos like that. Probably should. Here, I made this video. I'll show it to you in just a second. I made the music with Sora, and then made the video. Let me check this. Let's check this out first. Okay. Fit width. Okay. use actual logos. If you need to create a database, do it. Save them so you can reuse them, but they must look like the actual logos and not a place filler. Exclamation. We're working on it. I mean, it's already coming along. This is... Oh, also, can we adjust the speed of the zoom in the image? So adjust the smoothness. Stop the zoom. So I think that a good thing... Oh, I'll let it finish doing this first, actually. You could probably do multiple unit. It could launch multiple agents to do these things in tandem. So while it's doing this, any other notes that we want to throw in here? Eventually, the idea, I think that I could put, like, this might even be the direction that I'm able to go for fit all, fit width, fit all. So it says with control. So control, let's say. But I don't want it to look like, I want it to be smooth. It's blah, blah, blah. But the idea with this is like, now I could just find the thing I'm going to talk about. Hey, yeah, this thing. Or then I could just bring this up. And now instead of it just being like, I could, like, that's what I need to work on that. I'm not super finalized on this style either, but the idea is I could just be talking about this and then, okay, and then maybe I'm talking about this. Zoom in a little bit. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I haven't used DaVinci Resolve to do that. Should I? I is that something I should do? I didn't realize that was some. If that's an option, I mean, I will use whatever tool is the right tool. Let's find out. It's compact. Okay, let's just ask it. Chat. Put your. How would I? See what it tells us. Thank you. I mean, like, if that's something, if that's an option, I'll do it. Like, if I don't care what I'm using, like as long as it's the right answer. Yeah. Using Claude for DaVinci? Or you mean to actually edit in DaVinci? Well, let's see. It's a built-in Python API via the scripting interface. Here's how you get, okay, enable scripting in Resolve. Go to Preference, General, enable scripting API. Is this what you're talking about? Resolve ships with its own Python through integration, but you can use your own system Python if you add it to the path pattern. So check this. It's still compressing. Okay. Oh, let's check. Is it still compressing? Finish compressing. Got the real path from Claude. No. Building a reliable database and updating the infographic. Cool. Let me put back on the music since I was going to pull up this thing, but got distracted. Yeah, let's put this on for a second. There we go. All right. Let's see what chat told us. What you can build and automate with digital API. Short answer, a lot. For a content creator like you, this is basically a video production robot. Here's the full picture. Ooh. Thank you. You might have opened up a nice can of worms for me. DaVinci Studio. So you just DaVinci Studio. I just misspelled that drastically. It's a pricing. So you'd have to have a paid plan. Definitely worth learning more about. Yeah. That's the annual price too. Everything's calling things like, wait, I didn't even click on the right thing. I clicked on add. Damn you, Descript. There we go. Okay, so it's a one time. So it's $300 one time. It's not bad. I'll look into it. Thank you. Let's see what this is caught up yet. Okay. Turn up logos. Oh, no, it's still working. You could buy a remote control and get the license for free. Ah, cool. All right, well then. What is the world's? I haven't used DaVinci in a while, like a long, long time. So I'm not married to any one editor. The one that could serve me the most. I use a lot of Descript just because of that. So it's a remote monitor. Just it working? Not still working. That's cool. I did not know about that. Thank you. Always just trying to automate things. I want to make it automated, but I want it to be high quality. That's like, I can't abide by AI slop, but if I could automate it and make it not AI slop, then we golden. See what my usage is. I've been using a lot of usage. Oh, no, I'm fine. All done. Here's a okay, let's see. Open. Looks like it's just still with the infographic. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if it so width at all width. I so use demo 4. So use demo 4. So DeepMind built from Gemini 3 research and technology to maximize it. Yeah, I mean, I think that any of them could help you do it, but I've been kind of in the Claude ecosystem recently, just because it was the one that kind of got me started on all of this, and I'm not hating it at all. Agentic workflows, good. Okay. You want those agentic workflows. That's basically what I'm doing right now. Is agentic workflow. Performance versus size. Cool. Maybe over in Google Studio. That's the other account. I'm not logged into my. I'm logged into the wrong account. Let me quick look at this stuff again. So let's see. Zoom. Slow. Yeah. All right. That's better. Already better. That's fast. Good. Okay. Let's go back to the turtle. And let's adjust the smoothness. When we go all the way up to the. It's already looking better. Like it. And I think it's a lot. It's like a first for a lot of us, in all honesty. And it's crazy. It's opened up so many doors for us that used to stop us from being able to do this. It is really wild. All right. We got a. Two commands got. What's this? Moved. Fixed one line of config. Cool. It's getting there. Anthropics update context. I want to have some imagery in here. yeah, I forgot. I still need to check on my video game that I'm making it in codecs. Let's see. Any other notes before I? Oh, the fit all and fit width cut into the image. Thinking. Oh yeah, let's look at it. Let's go look at codecs real quick. Okay. Do you want to allow me to start a local web server? Yeah. How long was it waiting for me to just say yes? Let's create a project. Yeah. Here. Why don't I do that while we're waiting? I was going to show you. I made this video with Suno and I was playing around. I wanted to make I made the song with Suno and then I used Grok to create I used Gemini to create the first image, Gemini Nano Banana. And then you'll understand, like it's a song and I wanted to make it like this character is just running nonstop in one clip. Hey, what's up, visual, was it Shanker? How's it going? Hal Shanker. Sorry if I mispronounced that. My bad if I do. My apologies, but welcome. How are you doing? Now I'm running this. I'm just fine tuning this, infographic that I'm going to be using for my videos. So I wanted to have all the information that I need to go over in a video in this graphic. Then I can just go over it very cleanly. It's going to definitely be better than what we got right here. I've still got some work to do on the style, but once you have the style, the idea is that I'm going to be able to have it auto create a lot of this content really, really quick for me. Appreciate it. Sorry. Shakar. Shakar. Again, apologies if I mispronounced. Was it Vishal Shakar? Perfect. But yeah, so I'm trying to make it as clear as possible, and I created an automation which I tested this yesterday when I was building it. It goes and searches different AI. It searches all the different AI tools and different news and things for creators, focusing on like content creators online, and then it puts that into a folder that then I could then come and it's not in this folder. Where is it? Here it creates this dashboard right here. So you can see like yesterday is the 8th, and now it's already created the package for this one. And I'm going to have it integrate this tab wherever it is, wherever it went. back into this tab, so it's all one terminal. And then the idea is that I have a daily automation that does all the research for me, and then I could say, oh, cool, I want to make a video about the updates on Claude vibe coding for the day. That's something good. And then I could just have it do generate the infographic for me. And then when I create my video, for now, I could just sit here and just record it, but eventually have it study my recordings and then automate it and then create a avatar PFP. And then all what I have to do is be the gatekeeper and make sure that I am actually that the information is good, so it's not just AI slop. So I instead of me being the one creating the content, I'm the one managing the creation of the content. So for this automation, not yet. No API keys. My goal is to do this all with no API keys, as much as possible directly in Claude Code or within the Claude desktop app in particular. So no API keys yet. And everything that's like the generating of the image, all of that is generated by code in Claude. So like we could see it gives me like the breakdown, and then if I pick this topic here, I could say if I say pick the topic, I would be able to pick it, drop this in, and I can even look at the sources. Like here's the actual page with the source that it actually got the article from, and it did all this research for me. And there was no APIs. I was talking about this earlier that you could potentially use something like Firecrawl to scrape, but when it actually found it just by searching the different feeds. Like I told it to model it after Feedly, and if you don't have Feedly, it's like this. It's like I told it to build something that's going to operate in the same sort of scraping as this, where it doesn't. But I want it to all be local within Claude Desktop. See, this is building it. So now I'm just fine tuning the infographic. So the idea is I want it to be, I wake up, I have suggestions, I give the thumbs up on a suggestion, it goes and does all the rest of the stuff, and then I could just sit down at my computer for 10, 20 minutes, record the piece, and then everything on the back end will be as automated as possible. I want to get my work day down to an hour, I guess is the, instead of most of my day. I want it all to be like my day to be done in an hour. That's the goal. And so I can just hang out here and vibe code with about this stuff that I care about. If I can get that video done, that's a piece of content that's every single day, very easy, high quality, and I don't have to actually worry about, am I going to be able to have enough time to do it? I can make 20 minutes a day to sit in front of a computer and talk about an infographic. It's like, and if we can't come up with 20 minutes a day, there's so many things that we waste time on. We do that. So, yeah, I mean, I wanted to automate it, like just create the automation every single day. And I wanted to do it in a way that that is repeatable. That's not just going to be something that has to be, like, I don't have to generate new graphics every single time. I create one graphic, I look at it, I know that it's good, give it the thumbs up, generate the video. But if I have to, I was using things like Remotion, which are great, but they generate these things over and over again, and I've noticed it's not as good for this style of video and consistency. Not yet, at least. I think it will get there, but and maybe this fails. Maybe it doesn't work for me. But I tried it, and I'm figuring it out. If it doesn't work, I'm going to pivot. But I'm going to have something built that then I could build on top of. Like, let's see, fix all. All right, looks like it's launched the new. See now, oh, it did not fix the thing that I asked for. It actually I don't like it as much. So I created like a smoothness. You can adjust it. How about this? Yeah, you just have to try. You're 100% right. Claude, I could tell you that in the time that I've been using Claude Desktop and CoWork in particular and Code, it's changed the entire way that I do things. It's the entire everything. It's changed everything. So Let's see before. Let me go back and look at this before I. Okay, I don't hate that. These graphics. You changed. Now the entire bottom of the screen is too dark. Make sure it actually understands what. Just give it a photo so I don't have to let it question. All right. Yep, I use the screenshot. I'm using Safari right now for some stupid reason, but I usually use the I use this one right here. Oop. I guess it's taking a screenshot of my YouTube channel, but it uses this one. It creates a screenshot of everything. I like it typically, but it I was using Safari like a dum. Maybe I'll make some notes or something on it. But oh yeah, so let's see. Now let's see what it's doing over here in Codex. I just told it to recreate the game. If you don't like the SNES game Lemmings, I just told it to recreate it, and I wanted to see what it would do. I built this. Okay, run it. Can you launch the server? Here, while this is going, I guess I could figure out this. I wanted to bring up my. Can I pop this out? Theater mode. There we go. That's what you. Can I wait? Can I go to another tab? Do this? I don't think I can. There I am, just trying to figure out YouTube. Do that. Just pop it out and then have it in the corner. I'm getting all distracted. Check in here. Still nothing. It says it's running, so let's see. I mean, technically that's Lemmings, I think. I'm I mean, that's a pretty basic Lemmings game. I mean, I wonder, you were talking about using screenshots. Let's try this actually. Let me not get too distracted from. Okay, that's still going. Images. All right, this one. man, do I have to save it? I have to save it. Let's see. Never gonna play that video. Just watch. Make the graphics look like this. Let's see what it does. I just don't like the graphics look like a picture. I want to know. All right, let's. So what I did was I created a song in Suno over here, and it was just about like it was an NFT community that I'm in, like from a long time ago, and I'm still involved in it. But it's like not the point. But I was just being creative, and this is what I created. Whoa. Guess I can just pop it back. Let me check in this first. Okay. But I wanted it to be a continuous loop. Like, but I did it with the AI music, and then I did it with the I did the AI music, and then I used Gemini and Grok Imagine to create the videos. Yeah. But it's buffering. HD, bro. There you go. But I wanted it to be like a consistent song, like a consistent video with no cuts the whole way. So it's like almost a 3-minute song, and it just evolves into these different things, and it ended up being somewhere like completely different than I originally started. I was having fun, and I think that's what people need to do with this. Like, I think it turned out pretty good. I just had fun. See, it's got a little degen crypto stuff in there. I was making it for that community. I'm like, oh, I'll have fun. I just noticed my mouse pop up on the image. Yeah, I know. Glitches are part of the charm. But I mean, like, it looks so like it just turned into fun. Like, just wait until the next like evolution of what happens here. Never thought that it would end up going in this direction. But I mean, I created the whole thing with no cuts. It's all a seamless video, which in reality, it's actually way more than it's, you know, like 30 different clips that I clipped together. There is one big glitch here. Tell me if you. Oh yeah, I'll check out your project. Let me know what it is. There's the funny part right here. The draft turns into a rocket for a second, an actual rocket, and I just left it in because I thought it was funny. Like, it actually becomes an actual rocket right there for a second. Yeah, just let me know what your project is, and I'll check it out. And then hold the parachute. I had fun making it, so I should make another one. I think it turned out pretty good. All right, let's check in on Claude. Okay. Let's see if it fixed the problem. I guess I can just look here and not have to reload everything. Oh gosh. Looks like you. I'm saying that it's better if I just go to Chrome, just do this. What? I just... I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like this page. Here, I'll just do this, whatever, for now. Yell at AI. Oh, hey. I'm glad that you liked it. I just was having fun. There was really no purpose behind it. I have another YouTube channel that I just post personal stuff on. I don't actually try and market it or grow it. If I do anything, I just post it there. It's nothing like stuff that I'll post. I'm hanging out with my dad or something like that. The actual personal social media, I guess, personal YouTube channel where I post personal stuff. Which I think everybody should have that. Social media should not be a job. It should be fun. But yeah, let me know. You said check out your project. Let me know what it's called, and I'll check it out. Let me put some music back on. Oh, you might like this. I made this with my friend. I played it already, but I'll play it again. He's obsessed with The Last of Us, and his name's Arya. That's all you need. He's like obsessed with it. I obsessed. But I'll play that while we're coding. I think I might make a music video for this one too. That might be the next one. It was fun.
Controller in his hands at midnight, TV glow across his face. He bought the PS5 Pro for
I could just see this being in like a good animated, yeah.
Fungus never made him blink. Joel and Ellie on the screen again. He's deeper than you think. He watched the show on Max twice. Read every theory online. You say it's just a video game. He says you're out of your mind. This is hard.
It turned out pretty damn good, I feel like.
Gonna stop him never. PS5 Pro on the shelf. Controllers charging.
He just bought a PS5 before the price went up. A Pro. He had a PS5.
Part 1, part 2, he finished both. He'd do it all again. The fireflies, the hospital scene, he felt it to his skin.
I think it turned out pretty well. Closest friend. No, it didn't show me any link on here. It must not be showing them on the stream. Let me check. It might be. Let me check on actual YouTube because I was looking at it through Streamlabs. 1 second. No, not even on YouTube. It's filtering it out. Is there something I could search for? No, it didn't. No link came through. Yeah, if you just say the name and something I could search for, I'll check it out. I don't know what. called Heretic.
He's still out there, going on and on forever. PS5 Pro upgraded, signal never faded. Born inside the static, now the legend keeps on.
Am I looking at the right thing?
Just one more chapter.
Oh. Oh, let me
Just one
grab the
more
other thing.
slave. And the signal till his dying day.
Sorry. Was it this top one? I don't know if that's it. Let me turn that up. To play the other version that it generated. Here, I'll pause. Or is this the right one? Or I'm just trying to make sure I'm clicking the right one. Or is that 3 years ago? I'm sorry. Just to make sure which one I'm supposed to. I want to make sure I'm clicking on the right one. Here, you could send it to this. Oop, that's not what I wanted. I'll put up my. No, it's just a simple note. Here, I'll put my. This is my email that you could send it to if you want to. Ooh. Yeah, that's just that my email. So quite literally my first name and my full name.com. Make it simple. You can send it there if you like. Cool. Let's check in on all the fun going on over here. Let's see if it fixed it. Ugh, it looks even worse. Oh no, it fixed the infographic. Still not fixed. Maybe I just need to add a buffer in between here. That's what I'll do. I just don't want this to overlap it because I'm going to be recording this. I'll fine tune some of the images. I think it's to figure out exactly the spot at the bottom if I still want that, but I'm liking the direction it's going. Let's check it out on our video game. I mean, it's closer. Definitely looks closer to Lemmings than it did. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to. Oh no, I'm supposed to select them. Oh, I got one of them. Oh no, I didn't save any. Because he had to go through the... I didn't save one of them. Check it. Let me create something. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking right now. It's refreshing. Actually, load. Oh, let me actually just bring it up on my computer and bring it thing real quick. 1 second. Here, I'll put on music in the background for all the people that don't like the silence. This is Aria's world. I love it. Just make sure it didn't get flagged or anything. Stupid Google doesn't know how to actually. Hooray, no spam. Okay, good. Then where's my email? I don't see it. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Here, you could try this. Or contact. That's what it's contact. That one also works. Hold on, I can actually show you. If that doesn't work, you could always send it to this email. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. It's the same domain. They all go to the same email. Just get filtered. Right. And you got my stupid long name. Everybody always forgets the E. But on other platforms, I just go by Dunk, like on X, Twitter, whatever we're calling it. I just go by Dunk, and that's kind of like that crypto stuff, that PFP. It's easier and it fits more into like the groove on those platforms. All right, let me just go check it again. I don't know why it keeps on bouncing emails. Okay, if that one doesn't work, I don't know why it's all bouncing, but I think it's usually always just Here, let me just try this. If that doesn't work. There. If that doesn't, I'm not receiving it, so I'm just going to give you a regular Gmail. Okay, I'm going to check now. I'm checking now. Sorry that I'm having trouble with my email. I think it might actually be an issue that's more so here. If that doesn't work, here's a regular Gmail. Workspace is being dumb. Here. If you want to just send it to that one too, then I'm not getting it in my Workspace email for some reason. I'm looking in the spam and everything. Maybe I need to contact Google. Yeah, nothing. Heck. All mail. I'm gonna have to contact Workspace. I just put that. Send it that other email. Sorry. Damn. One second. Cool. All right. Now I get it. Okay. Sorry about again. Sorry. I apologize. There we go. That came through. All right. Bring it back up. Let's take a look. All right. Agent credential broken. Your AI agent leaks. Oh, yeah. It holds your credentials, makes the API calls, and returns only the responses. Okay. So, is it just for Linux so far, or do you have it for Mac and Windows? So you have a community level, free, nice. Binary forever, full security kernel. One second. Kernel, MC proxies will leak scanning. Yep. Terminated direct, 10 secret, 1 environment. It's fine that it's technical. Like me, the only thing that if you think it's too technical, you don't have to change the actual infrastructure. You always just change the copy. You know, it's like you could, like I had an entire thing where I was building my what do you call it, my landing page, and it was selling too much, selling the product instead of selling the solution or the pain point. So I had it rewrite it, and it was so much better of a landing page. So okay, everything with a OAuth transfer referral, a provider that was signing. Okay, expanded service. I'm missing a few gaps in there, but that's why we learn. We fill in the gaps. HU dashboard, web dashboard, 90-day audit resolution. Okay, nice. And these are monthly, right? They're going to be $10 is not just a one-time thing, right? That you're actually going to have like a monthly subscription, or correct? Yeah, I hope so. I hope that you're doing it every third. That you're charging recurring. Environment. Yep, that's what you got to do. You got to keep on going, keep on vibe coding and creating daily. It's your job. But imagine how long it would have taken you to develop this if you first off how much it would cost to develop if you had to pay somebody to do it, and then they don't have the same vision as you, and then you have to like go and implement. You got to get people to pay, or you got to actually get them to do the notes, and they got other clients, and now you can just implementing, just get it done. So let's take a closer look at some stuff. Look closer. How it works. 3 security tiers. You choose the exposure. Every server needs a credential. GitHub stack. Credential injection. Leak scanning. Tool pinning. Okay. Clean shutdown. This is it's really well structured. Proxy. Promote. Features. So you got them all. I can just scroll. Build for developer. Security workflow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have cost you so much just to get like a prototype. Would have cost you thousands and thousands and thousands, and then that's just to prove like a proof of concept. It's just people don't. I don't think people are respecting how insane this is. Like what the whole thing that happened with Claude, not allowing like the OAuth connections anymore for free, and they like scream at him like. So instead of running your entire business for $200 a month, now you have to pay a couple thousand or 1,000 or so, depending on how big your business is. Oh no, $1,000 a month to run a business. No, it's like blows my mind. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, AI agents are yeah, exactly. People, people do not respect how much they're getting for this. Like, use 250K just for like a prototype, and then you get users that would have to test it, and then you find problems, and like now you could have users testing it, could have the AI take all of those user notes and then go and help you fix it, or either automate some of the fixing. I wouldn't, without pushing it. Say agent isolated brokering. Say agent address space. Oh, I think it is too. In the same way that when OpenAI released ChatGPT on, and then that changed everything. So people don't realize there's no such thing as AI. It's not artificial intelligence. It's machine learning and large language models. It's not. But the thing is, like, machine learning and large language models have existed a long time before the buzzword of AI was being used. It's just a popular word to use to describe a certain type of computing, and people don't get that. They think, oh, this. But the point is, like, ChatGPT launched. It was the first, but in all honesty, ChatGPT sucks now compared to something like even Claude Chat blows ChatGPT out of the water. There's one thing that I would say that ChatGPT does better. One thing and one thing alone. Their voice assistant sounds better and it's more conversational. Oh no. That if that's the thing that they have better, okay. So I was hanging out with my friends the other day, and we remember that he was playing his place. It was the same friend that that song was about. And he was playing some Resident Evil, and we're like, "Isn't there a new Resident Evil movie coming out soon?" And I asked ChatGPT. I said, "Hey, is there a new Resident Evil movie coming out? And also, how many were there in the last version or the first run? And wasn't there like a remake that they made on Netflix or something? Like, oh, that was actually a show, and then it said there's no plans for another one." And it completely, and it said, but there's one coming out this year. And I said, and no, and it verifies, like, we just double checked, it's not. And then I had it check 5 times before it actually found it and confirmed that there was a movie coming out. I had to ask 5 times, and I was like, how could I trust anything you say when I had to ask you 5 times to double check? I'm not going to ask you 5 times to just double check everything you do. I asked Claude 1 time. It did the proper research and told me the correct answer on the first go. ChatGPT, no, garbage. Claude, it actually did what I wanted it to do. It's actually worth the money versus ChatGPT, which it's not. It's not anymore. It was for a while. It was good. But I think that the buzz was like everybody jumped on ChatGPT because it was the first one. Now, I think to a certain extent that's also with Claude, but I feel like Claude is already like, there's going to be competitors that come out that might be better along the line. But right now, this is a game changer. It's like, yeah, automation scripts. The thing that really drew me into it, like the biggest thing, was cowork, because I'm able to just automate everything. It's just, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, nothing's perfect. Um, I still have it because I want to be using Codex to just check my code. Why not? I mean, like, it's 20. I just have the $20 plan. It's fine. It's completely fine. But let me go back to your thing. I'm gonna go through this more. So, your security tiers. Here, you want to try something real quick? I'm going to show you some. I tried this. I'm going to do this. This is going to be a completely fresh one. Here, we start anything. Report for this tool. To a right. 1,400. It's a lot. Hold on one second. Let me. Um, oops. There we go. Correct my typos. Just throw this in my. Let's see what happens. Oop, I didn't even give it the link. Yes, I do set up skills for Claude. What I do is, like, I'll work through the automation myself. And then once I've figured it out, I say generate a skill so we could do this again. So like that whole process that I was doing with the infographics, once I get it done, I say, okay, great, this is working properly. Let's turn this into a skill so we could easily repeat it. And that's kind of been the flow of how I've been creating the skills. It's worked out really well so far. So this is actually grabbing onto some skills that I've created that are available in there already. I know it doesn't, but I care. It does. Yeah, I get it. So we'll see how this works. And oh, actually no, it's like I also had it create like a audio terminal basically. So it's researching your platform right now. Write a comprehensive narration ready script about the platform. So in other words, it's the audio version that I could just click. Run the Microsoft Edge text to speech to generate voiceover. The best. And then I could say, how about female? Let's do a female voice. So we'll see that. And now, like, if you like it, like, I could always just send you this. Like, you sent me an email. I could always just, I'm happy to like just send you whatever it generates. But I figure I'm gonna end up having to take. What time is it? I have to pick up my niece from school in a little bit. But so I'm gonna have to take a break, and the usage is gonna reset. So I might as well. I got plenty for the next 2.5 hours. It's just gonna reset. I might as well use it. All right, this might take a few minutes though. It's writing generate. So it's already onto the voiceover part. So mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. You put things that you can't reverse engineer. Yeah, AI doesn't go to sleep. It could just keep on working 24/7. So those attacks, they just smarter automations. Okay. Oh, there we go. So here, there's our 2. Let me pause the music. So let's see what it gives us. So from the report, this is the report. Good. Don't make it open source. Mine's not either. So, all right, let's listen to a little bit of this audio and just see what it did.
If you are using AI agents, and if you are watching this channel, chances are you already are. There is a security problem you may not even know you have. Every time you run Claude Code, Cursor, Windsurf, or any other AI coding agent, those agents need API keys to do their job. They need credentials to talk to GitHub, Slack, Notion, your database, your payment processor. And right now, in most setups, those credentials are just sitting there in plain text config files, exposed to the agent's memory, vulnerable to leaks, and one bad prompt injection away from being stolen. That is exactly the problem that Hermetic was built to solve. Hermetic found at hermeticsys.com, is an open...
Let me open this so I could just open in VLC real quick. So I don't have to have it pop
If you
up.
are using AI agents, and if you are watching this channel, chances are you already are. There is a security problem you may not even know you have. Every time you run Claude Code, Cursor, Windsurf, or any other AI coding agent, those agents need API keys to do their job. They need credentials to talk to GitHub, Slack, Notion, your database, your payment processor. And right now, in most setups, those credentials are just sitting there in plain text config files, exposed to the agent's memory.
This has become my workflow. I love it.
One bad prompt
Yeah, of course,
injection away
I'll
from
email
being
it to you.
stolen. That is exactly the problem that Hermetic was built to solve. Hermetic, found at hermeticsys.com, is an open-source, Rust-based credential broker. It acts as a secure intermediary between your AI agents and your API keys. Instead of giving an agent raw credentials, Hermetic holds the secrets itself and makes the API calls on behalf of the agent, returning only the response. The agent gets the data it needs. Your credentials never leave the daemon's memory. That is a fundamentally different model from how most people are running AI agents today. And as the AI agent ecosystem matures, this kind of infrastructure is going to go from a nice-to-have to an absolute requirement. Hermetic offers 3 distinct security tiers, each designed for different levels of risk and exposure. The first and most secure tier is called Brokered, and it earns a 3-star rating for 0 exposure. In this mode, the Hermetic daemon itself makes the HTTPS call to the external service. The credential never enters the agent's memory space. The agent sends a request to Hermetic, Hermetic handles the API call, and the agent receives only the response. This is the gold standard for protecting secrets in any agentic workflow. The second tier is called Transient, rated 2 stars. Here, credentials are injected into an isolated child process for a single command. The moment that command finishes, the credential is wiped from memory. Exposure is measured in milliseconds. This is ideal for CLI tools or build scripts that need temporary access to a secret without long-lived exposure. The third tier is called Direct, rated 1 star. This mode prints the credential to your terminal only after requiring a passphrase re-entry. It is intended for human-in-the-loop scenarios where you personally need to see a secret, not an agent. The friction is intentional. It is a speed bump that prevents casual or automated credential harvesting. What makes Hermetic technically impressive is the depth of its security architecture. This is not a simple secrets manager with a pretty interface. It is a hardened system built from the ground up to resist attack. The first layer of protection is binary attestation. Before any process can connect to the Hermetic daemon and access credentials, Hermetic verifies the cryptographic hash of that connecting process. If the binary has been tampered with, if someone has swapped your Claude Code installation for a malicious version, Hermetic refuses the connection. This closes a whole class of supply chain attacks. The second layer is SSRF protection, which stands for server-side request forgery. This is an attack where a malicious prompt could trick an agent into making requests to internal network addresses, your router, your cloud metadata service, your internal APIs. Hermetic blocks this at the DNS level, validating that requests only go to legitimate external endpoints, not to private IP ranges. The third layer is memory hardening. Key material is locked to RAM, meaning it cannot be swapped to disk where it might persist after shutdown. Core dump generation is blocked, so a process crash cannot accidentally write your secrets to a file. Debugger attachment is detected and prevented. This is defense at the operating system level. The fourth layer is audit logging. Every credential access is recorded in a tamper-proof, HMAC-chained audit log. HMAC chaining means each log entry cryptographically commits to all previous entries. You cannot quietly delete or modify a record without breaking the chain. This gives you a verifiable history of every time a secret was accessed and by whom. The fifth layer is the ephemeral handle protocol. When Hermetic grants a process access to a credential, it does so through a one-time handle that is process-bound, time-limited, and domain-locked. Even if an attacker somehow captures the handle, it cannot be reused, cannot be used from a different process, and expires automatically. And finally, Hermetic communicates exclusively over Unix domain sockets, never over the network. There is zero telemetry, zero cloud dependency, and zero data leaving your machine. Everything runs 100% locally. Arguably, the most powerful feature in Hermetic for modern AI developers is what the team calls the moat.
Claude?
This is Hermetic's MCP proxy layer. MCP,
You don't
or the
need
Model
one.
Context Protocol, is the standard that allows AI agents like Claude to connect to external tools and services, your GitHub, your Slack, your Jira, your database. The problem is that today, connecting an MCP server to your IDE means putting your credentials into a plaintext configuration file. Anyone or anything with access to that file has your API keys. The moat sits between your IDE and every MCP server you use. Here is what it does. First, credential injection. Instead of putting API keys in your config file, the moat injects them at the network layer at the moment the call is made. Your config file contains only a reference to the Hermetic vault. The actual key never appears in any file. Second, leak scanning. The moat scans every response coming back from an MCP server, checking for patterns that look like accidentally exposed credentials. If a server response contains what looks like an API key, the moat flags it before it reaches your agent. Third, tool pinning. Every MCP server's tool definitions are verified against a
You could probably put a
cryptographic hash
skin
stored in
around
the
it.
vault.
I mean,
If an attacker compromises an MCP server and changes what a tool does, a
like
technique
Claude
called
Code
tool
could do a lot of the
poisoning,
things
the
that
hash will not match
this can
and the
do,
connection
so.
will be refused. This protects against a real and growing class of attacks in the agentic ecosystem. Fourth, per tool policy enforcement. You can define allow and deny rules for individual tools within an MCP server. You might allow Claude to read your GitHub issues but deny it the ability to push to main. These policies are enforced at the proxy layer, not by the agent itself. The moat works with any MCP server, GitHub, Slack, Jira, Notion, Stripe, any service you connect to through Claude. It requires zero changes to the MCP servers themselves. Hermetic is designed to be easy to install. The setup is a single command that runs automatically. It detects your existing .env files, imports your keys, encrypts each one with a derived key, starts the daemon, and verifies everything is working with live API calls. The whole process takes under a minute. Once installed, Hermetic integrates with a wide range of tools and ecosystems. For AI coding agents, it supports Claude Code, Cursor, Windsurf, OpenClaw, and VS Code. For infrastructure and DevOps workflows, it supports GitHub Actions, Docker, AWS SDK, Terraform, and kubectl.
Yeah.
This means
Very
Hermetic
informative.
is not just a tool for local development, it is designed to follow your credentials all the way into production pipelines. One of the most credible things about Hermetic is how seriously the team takes adversarial testing. The codebase has over 1,000 unit, integration, and adversarial tests. Continuous fuzzing using libfuzzer and address sanitizer has thrown billions of randomized inputs at the system looking for crashes, memory issues, and unexpected behavior. Beyond automated testing, Hermetic has undergone multiple red team campaigns with full whitebox access, meaning the attackers had access to the complete source code. These campaigns found 3 real vulnerabilities. All 3 were patched. And across all campaigns, there have been 0 cryptographic core breaches. That track record matters. A security tool that has never been seriously tested is not a security tool, it is a confidence game. Hermetic's transparency about findings and patches builds real trust. Now let us get to the part that is most relevant for you as a creator, entrepreneur, and AI-first business operator. If you are running AI agents in your workflow, and based on the automations and pipelines you have already built, you absolutely are. Hermetic solves a real and growing problem. Think about what your Claude Cowork setup currently touches. It accesses your Google Drive. It interacts with Canva. It reads and writes files. It may talk to high-level, to YouTube, to scheduling services. Each one of those integrations involves a credential. Each credential is a potential point of failure. As you continue to expand your AI pipeline, adding more MCP servers, connecting more tools, building more automations, the credential surface area grows. Without something like Hermetic, every new integration is another API key sitting in a config file, accessible to whatever agent happens to be running. Here is how Hermetic fits into your world specifically. For your YouTube content automation pipeline.
Here. Still see that. Still hear me.
Start running Claude Code, building their own MCP setups, and deploying agents, credential security is going to become a visible pain point. Hermetic is the kind of tool that makes for a compelling video. It is technical but explainable, it solves a real problem people have not fully felt yet, and it is the kind of infrastructure play that signals sophistication to your audience. This is a tool worth knowing, worth using, and worth covering. Hermetic is available now at hermeticsys.com. It is open source. It installs in under a minute.
Not open source though,
and
right?
it is built for exactly the kind of AI-first workflow you are
Got that
already
part wrong,
running.
right? It's not open
In a
source.
world where AI agents are being handed more and more access to more and more systems, the question is not whether credential security matters. The question is whether you address it before or after something goes wrong. Hermetic makes the right choice the easy choice. If you are using AI agents, and if you are watching this channel, chances are you already are, there is a security problem you may not even know you have. Every time you run Claude Code, Cursor, Windsurf, or any other AI coding agent, those agents need API keys to do their job. They
Awesome.
need credentials to
Yeah,
talk to GitHub,
I just sent you the
Slack,
email with
Notion,
the
your
text
database,
version
your
and
payment
the
processor.
and
And
the
right
audio
now,
MP3.
in most setups, those credentials are just sitting there in plain text config files, exposed to the agent's memory, vulnerable to leaks, and one bad prompt injection away from being stolen.
Yeah,
That is
Lovable's like a
exactly the
sandbox,
problem
right?
that Hermetic was built to solve. Hermetic, found at hermeticsys.com, is an open-source, Rust-based credential broker. It acts as a secure intermediary between your AI agents and your API keys. Instead of giving an agent raw credentials, Hermetic holds the secrets itself and makes the API calls on behalf of the agent, returning only the response. The agent gets the data it needs. Your credentials never leave the daemon's memory. That is a fundamentally different model from how most people are running AI agents today. And as the AI agent ecosystem matures, this kind of infrastructure is going to go from a nice-to-have to an absolute requirement. Hermetic offers 3 distinct security tiers, each designed for different levels of risk and exposure.
I'm learning myself.
The first and most secure tier is
I'm
called
doing
Brokered,
this.
and it
I've
earns
actually
a 3-star rating for 0 exposure.
chatted with people
In this
that
mode, the
open
Hermetic
doors
daemon
on
itself
things that
makes
I didn't
the
even know about,
HTTPS
so I
call to
appreciate
the
you hanging
external
out with me.
service.
And
The credential never enters the agent's memory space. The agent sends a request to Hermetic, Hermetic handles the API call, and the agent receives only the response.
I will.
This is the
Yeah, I
gold
like this.
standard for protecting secrets in any agentic workflow. The second tier is called Transient, rated 2 stars. Here, credentials are injected into an isolated child process for a single command. The moment that command finishes, the credential is wiped from memory. Exposure is measured in milliseconds.
This is probably where it got open source.
This is ideal for CLI tools or build scripts that need temporary access to a secret without long-lived exposure.
Yeah.
The third tier is called
Tell
Direct,
it's well
rated
thought
1
out and
star.
well structured and has
This
a
mode
purpose.
prints the credential to your terminal only after requiring a passphrase re-entry. It is intended for human-in-the-loop scenarios where you personally need to see a secret, not an agent. The friction is intentional. It is a speed bump that prevents casual or automated credential harvesting. What makes Hermetic technically impressive is the depth of its security architecture. This is not a simple secrets manager with a pretty interface.
Oh,
It is a hardened
I just
system.
realized it looped. We were listening to the whole thing again. But yeah, it's very, very informative. I'm glad, like that audio, like that's kind of like what I've been doing, kind of a research phase, and kind of see different things in this folder that I actually have right here. I had this. I was trying to figure, because I was building the thing for my, what do you call it? I'm building a layer in the tool that I'm building. It's basically a self learning coach. But the thing that I feel like there's the missing gap is that, I mean, you can get, I'll give you an example. Before there was like AI and stuff, before there was AI and everything that people could use, they would you get this person that would say, "Hey, come and join my program, and I'll teach you how to make money online or whatever thing they're selling." But the thing is, a person doesn't necessarily have the right answer for somebody else just because it was the right answer for themselves. So I, like, in my time, I found my own way, but a lot of times when I would come with people, they would tell me to go do something one way, but it was the right way for them to do it, but it's not the right way for me to do it. So what I started doing is creating like a background check where I could actually create a profile, and I'm testing it on myself. And dear God, what AI was able to find out about me without even any kind of data scraper like Firecrawl even involved. It found out so much stuff, and it actually created a profile, a mental profile based off of the things that it was able to find out about me just from scraping. And then I have the chatbot would fill in the rest. So I wanted to just be able to like do a little background check on somebody. But then I'm able to just take these things, like there's this crypto project I wanted to update on everything going on. I had it break down like an hour long audio report and turn it into audio. And then the audio that I generated that locally on my computer. That was complete local model, meaning that no API. There was no API there. So that actually used the Microsoft. I forget what the name of their act, but it's the Microsoft text to speech model, and you could if you could have it install it on your computer. I just had Claude do it. I had Claude bring that into my computer, and then I had it just generate that generate the my brain's tired. I had to bring it into the audio into there and just generate it, and then create a panel where I could listen to it in a terminal, and then or I could airdrop it to my phone. But I like to be able to listen to those reports because yeah, there's all these words, but I want to hear it as like an audio. It's just the way my brain works. So I did that for myself, and I it didn't take any credits except for the Claude usage. Mm-hmm. You have to stop watching videos, only Claude summaries. That was better, right? Like that whole thing, technically, in a way, like that audio. Now, if I wanted to say, I mean, I do have to go in a few minutes, but let's see. I'm just gonna, yeah, one subscription to rule them all. Let's see what let's see what it does. I'm not sure how well this is gonna work out. You turn this into an audio using Remotion. Um, Here, we'll do this. Did not do it. Well, it's a sub niche. You're not going to find everybody that needs it, or not that knows they need it, not that they need it. It's like a sub niche, so you're going to be able to sell to less people. But there's 8 billion people on this planet. You don't need to sell to everyone. You know, it's like 8 billion people. So let's see if I could turn this into an AI generated video. I'm not even going to. I'm just going to let it do its thing and see what happens. It's actually a good idea. Like you find a product and you. This is actually giving me ideas. All now. Boom. If this generation turns out good, I'll send it to you as well. Yeah, I'm U.S. I'm in the U.S. I live in like the Los Angeles area. My day job is actually working on like TV shows, so some movies, but mostly TV shows. Movie industry is kind of dying in LA. It's a lot of TV shows, a lot of reality TV. Um, like like the show that I worked on last was like one of the Real Housewives ones. So I do that as my day job, and then day job. I'm independent contractor, so I work when I take a job. So I start creating content online and making affiliate marketing content that generates me passive income because I work in an industry that is inconsistent and kind of have been crashing over the last couple of years because all the companies are getting bought up by tech companies. But yeah, I live in like the LA area of Los Angeles. Um, let's see. Now setting up the output folder. But I want to create these automations and create these videos, but it's all about creating high quality, good quality videos and good quality content. I can't stomach creating AI slop. It's the automations are too good for us to be satisfied with making AI slop anymore. We can't. Oh, you have a childhood friend in LA working in VFX? Yeah. I mean, that is something that will never like die. It will change with things like AI, like of course, but it's not going to be anything that's going to go away. Remotion. I'm using Remotion. It's there's a couple different things you could use. Like this is one. What is it? My brain fart. This is one, right? Yeah, this is one that you could use. This is something you could use to generate videos with code, and then this is another one that I use, Remotion. And both of these are great. You should use both of these. FFmpeg, and then Remotion is great. You can create all sorts of cool videos with Remotion. Create different styles. There's a bunch of plugins. It is wild what it can edit. All of this, it's free. Both of them are 100% free. Remotion has this thing where they, for their pricing, where they have like a commercial plan. If you're using it for a company, they ask that you pay $100 a month for the license, but otherwise, it's a completely free license. Yep, only good quality. Let's check and see. It's generating the lower thirds. It's generating the infographic. And then the idea is that I could just tell it to change things in the video. I say, hey, this infographic looks like crap, and it can just change it. Most you've concentrated on anything in the last 60 days, but you created something that is going to last forever, that's useful. Leave me alone, everyone. Don't call that number. It's a spam number. Oh, it's covered up. Good. No, it's just I get those. Been getting so many robocalls in the last week. I even have like my data scrubbed from waiting. Boom. Mm-hmm. Front end. Exactly. In all honesty, we're so ahead of all this, both of us, you and I. I'm more of like the creator type. I'm a content. I don't know. Content creator is what you call it. Like, but I'm like a creative. I'm you are too, obviously, but I'm a creative, like visual creative, and maybe you are too. I just be speculating, but I'm like that type of creative. While other people have their own thing, I'm going to create the tools that automate for my needs, and that's all that people need to do. Use these tools to automate the things that we were doing manually, and then sell people the solution. And these people, a year down the road, they're going to be all freaking out, thinking that they're late and they're going to come to our solutions and buy them from us because they're not going to sit here and vibe code for 6 months to get all this stuff figured out. We're going to have the solutions ready to sell them. You do? Unreal. I I have with Incogni and stuff like that, and I scrub it. I'm sorry that you get so many spam calls. uh, I usually I don't answer the phone unless I know who's calling me. So send me a text and then maybe I'll answer the phone if I know that the person. But it's unfortunate. But all right, let's see. Okay, let's see. View placement guide. Okay, let's check. So these are all the lower thirds it just created based off a style. These animations, and say I want to add something into those graphics, I could just tell it to add it in, and it will regenerate it with the proper logos. Or say I'm like, this isn't big enough, make it bigger. I just tell it verbally to do it. Emote MC. Mm-hmm. You like the draft? I thought it was fun too. I think I'm going to take that PlayStation one and just be a little creative with that one and do that one next. I that's been stuck in my head for days. I should just do it. So here's another one. Mode protection. So it's created these overlays, and the reason why it created this style is because I had already created these templates for the style, and it just went back and recreated it in the same style. So now I'm just going to say graphics look good. Now generate a full video using emotion. Get screenshots from related to what is being talked about. Oops. Don't do that. Ah. I understand. Get screenshots from. Use the OneNote. This is not a open source project. That's one thing I saw that it actually got wrong. And if this turns out good, I might just post it. Well, might as well. Yeah, definitely. I'm down to have a call. I have a very neglected Discord. I could probably just wake that up, but you have my email either way. So yeah, just reach out and we'll figure something out. Yeah, I'd love to. But let me get this going and see if I do have to go in just a few minutes because I got to pick up my niece from school. But let me see if I can get this going before I have to bounce. But definitely, we should have a call. Oh, you worked as an assistant director? No, first AD or second AD? Just curious which one. Yep. I used to be a second AD before I moved to like the camera department because I like the tech and I'm like I don't want to deal with all these whiny little people that are always complaining about stuff all the time. Like, come on. It's like I'd be exhausted passing out and they complain about the turnaround and I'm like, I didn't have any turnaround. I've been awake since you went home yesterday. Oh, it's 2 a.m. there. It's just about just a little after 1 p.m. here. Yeah, send me an email. Definitely. Like, I also have another email I'll send to you that I check more often. I just didn't want to put it up on the screen. Just public. You have an idea about security. I know you do. You have an idea. You know not to that we don't want to share too much information for those ones that we have anything connected to. Um, all right. But I found what templatizing things like this. I needed to go back and finish this anyways, and you kind of triggered a way for me to try it. Why not? Continuity. Nice. Good, good. Like script supervising, continuity. Perfect. Let's see what's going on. Let's see how much time do I have. I want to see. What time is it? Is that? I have a few more minutes. I want to get at least the first draft of this before I have to bounce. But yeah, and so you could see exactly what it creates. Let me save this and scroll through all key sections. So now it's basically going through your site and creating screenshots that it could use in the video. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to. I told like I've had this channel for a while, and consistency has been here or there. But if there's one thing I know is like I got stuff done today. And I also created another piece of content, but I was productive. And then I learned things from people that have shown up. I've learned stuff from you, and I've also learned like I'm happy to share things. And like I don't need to create any kind of walls. There's plenty of like I'm gonna go create something in the same way you could understand this. You told me about that. If I sat down, I could I'm gonna figure this out and I'm gonna make the same tool. Cool. If you can make it better than me, power to you. But like there's so much room. You could copy somebody who's already making a tool and there's enough room for you to like in the market right now. So much low hanging fruit. And it's not like you've already done. I'm not saying I'm not going to copy anything that you're doing. Because you put in the time and that's not my focus, but somebody else could copy something that somebody else is doing. It wouldn't make any difference and they would code it differently because unless it's open source, you're coding from scratch. Perfect. Again, let's. I love the idea that we're going to connect. This is the reason I do this. So it's creating the audio is 21,713 frames. So it's 12 minutes and 3 seconds. Now it's building the whole video composition. And then after it builds it, you could just verbally tell it what you want changed. Like, this graphic is messed up, or one thing I had is like, oh, the audio had gaps in it that were too long. You need to shorten the gaps so the flow is faster. It's just quite literally just telling it what you need changed. One of the things that's on my list of things to do is to build to build a whole entire editing terminal for remotion, so that's a little bit more in line with like DaVinci or Final Cut or Premiere, and then I could have it vibe code 95%, and then I could just go in like a normal editor, because I've been editing since the 90s, so it's kind of hard to rewire and not have any of that traditional editing at all. What's up? What's up? What was it? Is it? Am I saying it Abaval? Am I saying that correctly? Forgive me if I'm saying it incorrectly. How you doing? Welcome. We were just vibe coding a little bit here, having fun. I'm from Los Angeles area, so but good to have you here. Let's see what we got going on. Good. All errors are pre-existing in Node module, not in my code. Let me copy and refresh audio and render. All 7 screenshots confirmed. Now re-rendering the full video. Final, dude, I kept Final Cut 7 for so freaking long until it finally completely, until I switched to my first Intel, because Final Cut 7 never worked on Intel Macs. But I held the line for so long, going like, I don't want to switch to Final Cut 10. It's so stupid. It's like iMovie Plus. I hated it so much. I hated it so much. uh so now what it will do is it will launch it in a local server once it's done rendering, and then I'll be able to see it. Do I use Claude Voice? You mean just like chatting with it? I do, but not all the not while I'm live streaming. Like I'm usually talking, but what I've been using more so, like I could even just I could click this right here, and I didn't set that correctly. But I could actually just do text to speech right here, or I could launch. I like Whisper Flow, and I have that installed, so I could always just turn that on, and I find that I like it better. But one thing that I wish that the desktop app would do is it has a good. It will read you the audio very easily in the mobile app, but on the desktop app it doesn't do it. It's frustrating. I'm sorry. Is it Abahi Nav? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm showing my pasty whiteness right now, but you could see pasty whiteness. Yes, you definitely will with the Pro. I'm doing the Max. I have the Max 100, or 5X, which is the $100 plan, and I've found that I've done pretty well on limits right now, but I have come close. So I think once I add even more automations, I am going to have to switch to the $200 one. But definitely, I could hear you on the $20 plan. That it is kind of limiting. I ran out of usage really quickly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mobile video, cell phones have done. Oh man, and you could understand this. This has been the best thing and the worst thing, because you get all these little kids that come out and they'll just like shoot everything, and then they'll be like done. Like when I was in school, I did this. I was doing film. I actually shooting on film, and I had to tell these people. And I graduated years ago, and I would have to tell them like, no, you're shooting on film. Oh, can't we just shoot? No, you get 2 takes. That's it. You get a practice, and then you get 2 takes. You're done. If you don't like it, you got to come back to me. I was a producer. You got to come back to me and ask permission before you roll, because every single bit of film that goes through that camera is money. like 3 minutes was, I think I was, what did we pay? It was like, it's about $10 a minute in film just to buy the film in 16 millimeter. It was like, and they didn't understand that. And and because they would just shoot and hope that some of the crap that they shot was quality. But it's some of it was, but you shouldn't be looking through the garbage to find. You should be able to point and just design the shot and create what you wanted. So I feel like it's a blessing and a curse. But I feel the same thing with Claude. You're going to get a whole bunch of garbage that comes out, but you're also going to get some of the people that didn't have the opportunity to have a camera that go become a filmmaker. The people that have that never had access to launching their own SaaS, now they have the tool to do it, and all you need is the initiative to go do it. You're still going to have the crap out there, but now you can go and make the good stuff while everybody else just takes the shortcut and creates crap. Oh, you are? Special. Nice. Full-time trading. Now I'm vibe code. Ironically, I mean, like the things that I do, you say you're full-time trading. I still work in the film industry, but it's all, you understand, it's freelance, and I'm an independent contractor. So I have that. But then I got into crypto and I invest a lot and trade in that. And I make quite a bit from that. And that's an income stream. And I vibe code and I create AI content and video content. So it's like, we're all doing kind of the same things, but it's cool. Don't just trust Claude, any sensitive soft. Yep. Yep. I have other tools that are like checking it. That's part of the reason why I keep ChatGPT with Codex, because now I could have it just look at the code. And just like, I found that things that don't have the tool that wrote the code, audit the code. It's like, it's going to it missed the problem the first time. The algo. Yep. It's all just, it's good. I love it. Let's see how screenshots. This is still generating. Let me just check and see how this is coming along. Still good. Doing good on time. I don't know. I think I should probably just, that should be one of my projects. I need to get Claude to clean up my, and manage my Discord. That's got to be on the list, because I need a place to send people, and I hate Facebook groups. Like, I just hate them, and I hate having to give people a barrier to entry to go anywhere else. Like, you can create a school community and make it free, whatever, but it's just a wall. I'd rather just create vitalize my Discord. No, that's my point. It's like they catch each other's airs. That's my point. Yeah, I like it. It's good. I like that they you'll catch one's air, and like, it's the same thing. If Codex writes something, you could have Claude Code check it. Okay, so it's rendering the full video. I say, can we? I say, what? How much time? Let's get an update. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I was thinking more along the lines of it, of having it just do it in just clean up my Discord for me. I have so much like legacy crap in there that I just need to get rid of. But I could just have it do it in Chrome. But I could definitely, yeah, if I did something with the API, 100%. I like what you built. Oh, it said, "Is it done?" And I clicked the thing. Context. Yep. You got to actually say what you want. Product placement. Product placement. All right, give it a few more minutes. Just finish this up. All right, just give that to me. 12-minute video. I'm curious how it's going to turn out because I haven't tried it this way before, where I just gave it a URL and it created a video. Like this could I open doors for. I was making automations to make videos today, and this, if I, the logic could be, hey, I have, you know, Heretic, right? So it's a paid tool, right? So if I was able to say, hey, I need you to create a campaign that has a 2-week campaign so I can have a video promoting this tool. I need you to go through everything. Like I could create that kind of automation with that kind of thing. So if I can create it with just by dropping a link and it goes and studies it, I probably would dive deeper than just using the built-in one. Very heavy for sandbox. Okay, great timing on your question. So the sandbox, it was too big for the sandbox. Yeah, I wanted. Oh, it's launching it. Here we are. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could open up a series of videos. So you structure it. Okay, give me a plan on how I could promote this tool for a 7-day series or a 14 days, whatever you decide. 10 days seems like a good number. And then you could have it actually educate people about it, and then always have the call to action. Hey, if you want to get started, you go to the link in the description, and then, I mean, of course, assuming you have, in my case, assuming you have an affiliate program, that would be something that I would be able to do, because then I'd be able to promote something and get my commission, because that's where I make a lot of my money from affiliate commissions. And then of course you could use it to build your email list. So yeah, yes, exactly. Some tweaks to the workflow, but I was just making this up as we went. We made this up together as we were just sitting here. Let's see. Well, at least it gave me a preview here. So let's at least look at the preview. No preview. Lies. Open it. Are you asking where I'm from, or from? Oh no, you're asking me. Okay, I think you're both from India, I believe. It's not launching it. All right, at least I got this preview. Let's take a look.
If you are using AI agents, and if you are watching this channel,
I would use a better
chances are
voice.
you
I'd use
already
like
are. There is a
11
security
Labs.
problem you may not even know you have. Every time you run Claude Code,
I would have
Cursor,
more changes.
Windsurf, or any other AI
Right off the
agent,
bat, I could say
those
that there
agents
needs to
need
be
API
motion
keys to do their job.
in the
They need credentials
screenshots.
to talk to GitHub, Slack, Notion, your database, your payment processor. And right now, in most setups,
So it needs to have
those
more
credentials are just
screenshots.
sitting there in plain text config files.
That's a good start. I could see how that, like, if it had more and it would have animations in between each one, and a better voice, and then of course, yeah. I think that I would need to work on the flow a little bit more and everything. So, But yeah, it's working out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what we got here. Overall, that's pretty good. Obviously, I need to fine tune
If you are
stuff.
using AI agents,
But see,
and
the
if you are watching
animations,
this
you could
channel,
work more
chances are you already
animations
are.
that
There
are
is a security
reusable,
problem you may not even know you have.
more
Every
screenshots. It's not, yeah, probably. But I was just doing it on the. I didn't even. I blind had the script just create. It wasn't. I was just testing. But definitely, like when this could be something that I promote. Like, let me know. Like, if there's a way that I could do that. I mean, if I might as well. Yeah, I know. Like, I gotta jump back. I was just trying to get the visual style from it, and it's just creating this sample. But good feedback, more visual density, more motion, more cuts. Let me capture more targeted screenshots from the site, then rebuild the composition from scratch. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm. This is what I want, anyways. Like, I don't have to do like just the ones that I was working on when you showed the screenshot ones or the infographic ones. Those were ones that I'd still shoot myself and not, but all the research and everything afterwards was done on like automatically. So now rewriting the composition 28 screen. Give me the sample again first. Perfect. And in all honesty, it's not something that you like. You could teach this to some. Say you have an affiliate program, right? And you create something that works. You tell people, hey, you join our affiliate program. We build some sort of automation where people could plug and play. Like, hey, I'm going to go and here you can go create as many of them. Make it easy for them. Create their own brand style. Just make them pay for their own credits and API stuff to do it because that's the cost. That's part of the cost of running an affiliate program or being an affiliate is like you have to cover the marketing cost, but you can make it easy for them. So if this works, have I used Perplexity? I do. I use Perplexity, but I use it more for news searches and things like that. It's not like the top one that I use. It's becoming more top than ChatGPT though. But I was using. I remember when it came out. I was like, it was one of the first AI apps that I downloaded. But yeah, I usually use it on my phone more so. Hmm. So it's rendering our new 30-second preview. And then again, if this 30-second preview isn't great, you just keep on fine tuning it. And like you said, get the front end a little bit cleaner. And I obviously wouldn't be using the free voice generator if I was going to post it properly. I would use something that was nicer. And right, let's check it out. What is that? Is that out there?
If you are using AI agents, and if you are watching this channel, chances are you already are. There is a security problem you may not even know you have. Every time you run Claude Code, Cursor, Windsurf,
It's
or any other AI coding agent,
a little bit
those
better, but
agents need
still
API
not there
keys to
yet.
do their job. They need plain text
It just did a little motion. Still not
plain
happy
text
completely
config
with it,
files.
but it's a little bit improvement, and you just keep on making notes until it's what you want. I've noticed both Perplexity and Claude being pushed a lot more on my feed. I assumed it was because of all the backlash from against OpenAI. There was like I don't know how it was for you guys over there, but there was when Anthropic said that they wouldn't just unalive people for the government with autonomous stuff. Then you know then chat OpenAI is like, we'll do it. Claude blew up and Perplexity just blew up. You see like advertisements about it in like movie theaters now. It was kind of wild. Man, another one. Jeez, leave me alone. I don't know you. Ah, there we go. Spam calls. Oh yeah, you could do it in shorts as well, like easily. Um, and then that content would feed into the long form. Like you'd say, hey, I created one long form video a week, and then 7 shorts to go with it each day. Yeah, that was it. It blew up epically in OpenAI's face, and based off the fact that theirs is quickly becoming the shittiest system out of the. I don't care. I want like personally, I'd rather not have the something where the government can do that to use AI to do that, and I don't believe that Anthropic is like has a halo over their head by any means, but I definitely would side with that. Hey, we're not going to allow it to happen type thing. So we're not going to let that happen with our company, which says a lot. But still, they also just had a leak the other day saying that they were planting code in GitHub without saying that it was written by AI. So, oh, the AI is coming from my bank account. You think that I keep my money in a bank account? That's funny. No. Most of my money is not in a bank account. I most of my income I keep on chain personally, actually, in like crypto stuff. So I don't trust. I have a thing about banks. Let me just put it that way. I have a thing about giving all my money to a business that makes money off of me and then doesn't give me a share and then says that I need to thank them. No, the old America. I miss the old. Like, yeah, it's become a thing. But yeah, I really like Anthropic. Everything they've been putting out has been great, and there's also I've been meaning to go through. Was it Anthropic Claude Academy, which not it's something that Anthropic actually offers, and not because I don't know if I'm going to learn something that I'm not already learning, but I want to. They give you a credential thing, so I don't know if that's going to mean anything in the future as we grow. But it's if it means that you have it and you get some sort of like little emblem, sometimes that's all that you need, and that gives you. Oh, I'll hire you over you to build me something. Why not? Crypto vaults. Yep. I, I I let's just say I my first time I bought crypto was in 2011, and I bought a hat with it. Somebody told me to go buy this thing called Bitcoin, and I went and bought a hat. It was it cost me 55 Bitcoin to buy this hat, and it was like a $30 hat. And I can't like it. Yeah, I spent 55 Bitcoin on a hat. Yeah. Oh well. I guess I'll move on and live my life. Oh man, everything does help at this point, 100%. So, oh man, I can't get over that story. It's just so sad. It's a multi-million-dollar hat, and I don't even have it anymore. I moved and it got lost in the move, and I wasn't paying attention. It was just a hat I bought off the internet. Somebody told me to pay with that. Whatever. That's why you don't miss it. You missed one gold rush, you can't miss the next one. This is that next gold rush. I do truly believe it. This is that gold rush. More so than even like the NFT boom and 21 and all that. This is it. I know. Oh my god, I know. It's 55 Bitcoin. It's okay. I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. I was just told to pay for it and that. Well, I once had talking about getting compromised. I did once get this is what made me so paranoid and over. Like right when I started with like crypto, I got a not Magic what's it called? MetaMask wallet that got compromised, and it had like 50 NFTs in it. And they were not cheap NFTs either. I know. This is yeah. All you need to do is have an idea and put in like those 1,000 hours that you're talking about. Like that's why I'm here right now. Like that's why I'm doing this. Like yeah, maybe I'm not as focused when I'm streaming now and chatting, but I'm getting stuff done. And I'm figuring stuff out, and I'm getting it. Like anybody could do it. You don't have to have coding experience. You just have to put in the time and be focused on your idea. Like you don't know if your idea is good. Look at this. You can go have this go and do it. You could have this go and fact check and say, hey, like like you could just say, "Hey, can you check out any competitors for this product?" Not computers, competitors. Any features I should look at that I may want to adopt if I was making I don't know. I do stuff like this, so I you never know if there's going to be another chance. That's the thing. This is the opportunity, and you could just like in the same way that I could have ridden the waves for NFTs more in 2021, or I could have, you know, not. I could have started mining Bitcoin in '08 or '09, but like when I bought, like or not, it wasn't '08. It was what 2000 late 2009 that it first models came out, something like that. It was triggered from the '08. But this is the way that somebody was putting it to me, and I agree with it. It's like the when the multi-touch display first came out. Everybody looked at it like, "What's this? This is stupid. Why do we need a multi? Like, doesn't even have a keyboard." And then you have now. This is this is it. This like everything has this. Even so much so that Google ended up when they released their first touchscreen phone like this, they violated Apple's patents just so they can make it to market, knowing they'd be sued. But they didn't care because they had to catch up. But Apple created this thing that changed the world. It's the touchscreen. Now they did it again with the iPad. Everybody rolled their eyes at people with the iPad. I'm like, this is so stupid. The iPad, it's just a giant iPhone. Why would anybody want this? Every single tablet in the world now is like based off the iPad. It's like every single one. but they were called stupid at the time. So, but more so the touchscreen, it changed the entire way all of our technology works and how we interact with technology. That moment in history changed everything. Now I feel like this is one of those moments. You can say that for crypto too, but I don't feel like it's going to affects everybody as directly, at least that as far as they're aware of it. But this is that moment. Like the same thing as like AI was this cool thing, like a better search engine when chatbots came out. But this is that moment that it becomes an employee that you can go and run your business for you. It's that level. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Yeah, I mean, you never know who you're going to run into on the internet. I just I was like, I need to go make sure that I sit down, get my work done, and hitting live is one of the ways that I know that I'm going to sit here and actually create ideas. So here we go. Okay. So it said the feature you'd want to build if competing. So see, it even found potential things to look for if you wanted that could be holes in your product that a competitor has offered. Maybe you offer that too, and now when somebody says which one should I do, they pick yours because you have both. I don't know. Yep, yep, I agree about that with the crypto long term. The amount of shit people get for using AI for coding from 100%. It is mind blowing to me. But crypto is definitely a long term maturity timeline. I think that with AI, and this is kind of some of the other communities I'm involved in. One of them is building a pretty good AI agent to help like with options and things like that. Futures, betting on the futures, and things like what am I brain for? Betting on the markets and things like that. So, but the results have been kind of wild, like how good that works. So yes, you can make it, but it like finding any asset that's limited that has a finite supply that people want over time, and that over time it's going to, no matter what government is manipulating it and robbing it, it's going to become. The idea is like if you could have gotten the stock market on day one. Okay, we're on year 10, it's or year 15. It's we're not too far into that stock market, so you could still get a big stranglehold on a piece of it. Yep, all in the roadmap. Perfect. Oh, you say all these things in the roadmap? Perfect. Awesome. Cool. But I do have to bounce, but it was good chatting. I'm going to work on this video and see if I could fine tune it. And when it's done, I'll send it to you. But we do have each other's emails now. So yeah, let's stay in contact. I appreciate everything. So cool. All right. Thanks again. But I will see you a little bit. Yeah, I got to go pick up my niece from school. So got to be the good fun uncle. But hold on, let me just make sure. Maybe I'll play us out with my draft video again or something. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Wake up, screen blows, seems static in my teeth, if you know what I mean. I wear a smile like a safety pin, hold it together while it burns within. Name's Dunk, yeah, I'm back online, trying to turn pressure into design. I'm a headline in a tiny room, laugh track playing.
Sounds good. Perfect. Send it over.
Like it's a spell, but I can't tell heaven from a well.
I think it turned out pretty good. It's fun. I mean, if you want to see this, it's just you'll see the handle up if you wanted to. That's the handle for this channel.
Smiling while it burns. Don't wait for turns. It's dancing in tall, black, high, giraffe tower, we don't die. That's like engage, daily drip, passive life, beach and flip.
Yeah, me too. I love the flowing hair. I wonder why I chose to make it blonde. Blonde. And somehow he ends up on the moon. I thought so too. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I'm gonna make a sequel. Yeah, right? When he like looks over his shoulder. I'm just looking at it. How there's some random continent in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean over there. What's with all the ice in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on Earth? Huh? All right. Cool. Thanks again for hanging out. Yeah, reach out to me. We got each other's emails. So, all right. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Have a good one. All right. I'll see you in the next one. I try to go live at least a couple times a week, trying to be daily if possible. So I'll probably be around tomorrow if you're around the same time, maybe a little earlier. All right. Have a good one. Peace out.